So this is my 1 point rubric that I am using for a journal writing response. And I like using 1 point rubrics because the criteria is very clear. We put that in the middle. And then over on the right, I have glows or positive things to say about my students' writing. And then over on the left, I have grows, things that they can work on. I complete this Google Doc. And then I am going to make a Google form that matches this Google Doc. Okay, so as you can see, all of my form responses are going to go into this sheet. So if you're in the Google form, you're going to go to responses, you're going to click view responses and sheets, and everything goes in here. And as you can see, I um, have already done a couple of test form responses. One thing that I did forget to mention was that in the Google Doc, in order for the Autocrat add-on to work, we need to create some tags. And tags are just using these little arrow brackets. And so I have central idea glows because that was kind of what this criteria is. And then tags with central idea grows, organization glows, grammar glows, grammar grows. You have to have these tags so that Autocrat knows where to put in the info from the form into this Google Doc. So in the Google Sheet, to start my Autocrat, I'm going to click Autocrat, go to my add-ons, Autocrat, and launch. It takes just a couple of seconds to launch. And then I'm going to click New Job. And then I'm going to name it what this specific assignment is. Click Next. And then I'm going to select my doc from my Google Drive. And if you've just been working on it, then it'll show up right at the top. Otherwise, you can search for it. So now I've selected that. I'm going to click Next. And now here my tags are going to show up. So central idea grows, I want to match with the form. So central idea grows right here. Central idea glows. Right here's my glows. So I want everything to match up. Organization grows. Right here's organization. I'm going to guess the grows is here. And then organization glows is going to be here. Grammar grows. Grammar glows. So all of my tags are matched up. Now I'm going to click next. And then I'm going to name it. And so I'm going to name it again with a tag. So name, which is in my Google form, my first question is name, and you want to have it typed exactly. So I'm going to copy and paste that name here, and then I'm going to add the tag. And then week 3 journal response rubric. Let's see, flight of the puffin. And so then it's going to give each file name, each document for each student, it's going to have their name there. And I'm going to make it a Google Doc. I could make it a PDF if I wanted to, but I'm just going to make it a Google Doc. I'm going to click next. I have all of my rubrics. Oops, I pressed the wrong button. I have all of my rubrics going into a rubric folder in my Google Drive because I don't want my Google Drive to be filled up with all of my rubrics. Again, I pressed the wrong button again, so I need to completed rubrics is where I want it going. So I'm going to search that, and then I just select it. I don't want to open it, so select it. So they're all going to go into I don't want it going in here. I just want it going into the completed rubrics folder. I'm not going to do this. Click next. Merge condition, I'm just gonna say whenever the form is filled out, it's gonna automatically merge. So timestamp, whenever there's a timestamp that goes into this Google Sheet, which means when the form is filled out, then it'll automatically merge. If you don't want to do that, then you don't have to. You can just delete this out and then it'll merge every time you tell it to. Click next. Yes, I want to share the doc. So I'm sharing it as view only. I don't want anybody to be able to edit it. I'm not sending it from a generic no reply. It's going to come from me so they know that it's coming from my email. And then once again, I'm going to use tags and I'm going to go back over here. I'm going to make sure I copy and paste it exactly as it's written in the form. And I'm going to tag it email. So it'll go to each student's email how it's filled out in the Google Sheets. You can make it the subject line, Flight of the Puffin, Week 3 Journal Rubric. And then you can type a message here if you want. So again, you can put name. So it'll be addressed directly to the student. Here is your rubric for your Week 3 journal. Please view it and respond if you have any questions. Run on form trigger. Okay, we're going to say no. And then we're just going to save. So Autocrat is all set up. I know it sounds like a lot at the beginning, but once it's set up, then it's done. Then it's really, really easy. So I already have these two sample ones filled out. So now I want to run it. I want to see if it works. So I'm going to go to add-ons. I'm going to click launch. Because it's already set up, the only thing I need to do now is click this little play button and it's going to run for me. And I always run a test one at first to myself because I want to make sure that it works. Okay, so I know it ran because I have these merged docs here. So this first one I did, I forgot to include an email. It still created the document for me, but there was no email. This one, when I click on the document, you see here, this is where I typed in my testing into the boxes. And then if I were to go to my email, it will have sent me an email too. So let's just go to my Gmail. You can see that my tag worked. Rachel, here's your rubric for week 3 journal. Please view it and respond. And then this is exactly what the students would see, but with their own name. And then they can click on the document and they have it. And then that's it. And so then when you go to grade them, all you need to have open is this Google form. And you're just typing in the Google form and everything else is automatically done for you.